bring announcements, dedications, and songs. We certainly hope that your day may be brighter after listening to our program. The family of Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Natalie Denise Hall Youngs of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter of Rochelle, Georgia. The family of retired educator Mrs. Florence Moore Mann of Americus, Georgia. The family of United States Navy veteran Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester of Byronville, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Ruthie Mumphrey Johnson of Union City, Georgia. The family of Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas of Americus, Georgia. The family of Miss Melissa Blackshear Bivens of Centerville, Georgia, would like to thank their many friends for the food, the flowers, the condolences, and all other expressions of sympathy and kindness shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks, age 80, of 5431/I Trail, Vienna, Georgia, died Sunday, July 19th at Atrium Health in Macon, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks, age 80, was held on Sunday, July 26th, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Wesley Ashton, pastor of the Zion Hope Baptist Church, officiated. The burial followed at the Bethel Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted children, Mrs. Ida Marie Watson and her husband, Mr. James Edward Watson of Macon, Georgia, and Mr. Cozy Ray Sr. and his wife, Mrs. Marilyn Ray of Cordele, Georgia. Her beloved grandchildren, Miss Sharita Cross, Mr. Otis Cross, Miss Courtney Cross, Mr. Cozy Ray Jr. and his wife, Mrs. Latoya Ray, Mr. Kerry Ray and his wife, Mrs. Olivia Ray, Mrs. Carissa Ray Dobson and her husband, Mr. Michael Dobson, Mr. Jonathan Ray, Miss LaShonda Cross, Mr. John Cross II, and Miss Kim Cross. 28 beloved great-grandchildren, a beloved sister, Mrs. Ola Mae Hall, and her husband, Mr. Dennis Hall of Albany, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and her best friend, Miss Rosa McKenzie of Cordele, Georgia, and many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks, age 80, of 5431/I Trail, Vienna, Georgia. Mrs. Natalie Denise Hall Youngs, age 66, of 600 Pine View Way, Vienna, Georgia, died Friday, July 17th at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Natalie Denise Youngs age 66, was held on Monday, July 27th, in the sanctuary of the New Providence Baptist Church in Ashburn, Georgia. The pastor, the Reverend Dr. Marvin Brown, officiated. Survivors include her loving and devoted children, Mr. Zachary C. Youngs and his wife, Mrs. Devorah Youngs of Lenox, Georgia, and Miss Zoe Claire of Ashburn, Georgia. 5 beloved grandchildren, a beloved sister, Mrs. Beverly Hall Lawrence, and her husband, Mr. Calvin Lawrence of Queens, New York. A host of nieces, nephews, cousins, in-laws, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Natalie Denise Hall Youngs, age 66, of 600 Pineview Way, Vienna, Georgia. Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter, age 57, of 500 Bessie Avenue, Rochelle, Georgia, died Wednesday, July 22nd, at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter, age 57, was held on Tuesday, July 28th, graveside at the Piney Grove Cemetery in Rochelle, Georgia. Her beloved nephew, Pastor Lenoris Daniels, officiated. Survivors include her loving and devoted husband, Mr. Frederick Carter Sr. of Rochelle, Georgia. Her loving and devoted children, Mr. Ryan Lewis Sr. and his wife, Mrs. Coquita Lewis of Fitzgerald, Georgia. Mrs. Diamond McGriff and her husband, Mr. Justin McGriff of Hawkinsville, Georgia. Mr. Joseph Benjamin, Mrs. Sandra Benjamin, and Mr. Jordan Benjamin, all of Rochelle, Georgia. 13 beloved grandchildren. Her loving sisters, Miss Annie Ree Pridgeon and her husband, Mr. Harry Pridgeon of Rochelle, Georgia. Mrs. Rose Pepper and her husband, Mr. Charles Pepper of Fitzgerald, Georgia. Miss Margaret Lewis of Alaska, and Miss Daisy Walker of Rochelle, Georgia. Her beloved brothers, Mr. James Lewis Jr. of Rochelle, Georgia, and Mr. Johnny Lewis of Iowa. A host of nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter, age 57, of 500 Bessie Avenue, Rochelle, Georgia. Retired educator, Mrs. Florence Moore Mann, age 74, of 123 Highland Drive, Americus, Georgia, died Wednesday, July 22nd, at the Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital in Albany, Georgia. The funeral service for retired educator Mrs. Florence Moore Mann, age 74, was held on Wednesday, July 29th, in the sanctuary of the Restoration Church in Americus, Georgia. Overseer Caleb Edge, pastor. Her pastor, Bishop Melvin McCluster, pastor of the Friendship Baptist Church, officiated. The burial followed at Andersonville National Cemetery in Andersonville, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted husband, Mr. Sammy Mann of Americus, Georgia. Her loving children, Miss Tara Mann and Mr. Uric Mann and his wife, Mrs. Tamika Mann, both of Americus, Georgia. Her bonus children, 5 grandchildren, Miss Erica Anthony and her husband, Mr. Bernard Anthony of Albany, Georgia, Miss Cherie Trice of Americus, Georgia, Mr. Octavia Billups of Florida, Miss Felicia Rainey of Washington, D.C., Miss Stacy Walters, Miss Tracy Lamar, and Miss Bechet Terry, all of Americus, Georgia. A beloved brother, Mr. Henry Moore, and his wife, Mrs. Joanne Moore of Madison, Wisconsin. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. Retired educator, Mrs. Florence Moore Mann, age 74, of 123 Highland Drive, Americus, Georgia. United States Navy veteran and the former mayor of the city of Byronville, Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester, age 69, of 202 Unadilla Highway, Byronville, Georgia, died Thursday, July 23rd, at Emory Warner Robins Hospital in Warner Robins, Georgia. The funeral service for United States Navy veteran and the former mayor of the city of Byronville, Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester, was held Friday, July 31st, in the sanctuary of the Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Cordele, Georgia. The pastor, Reverend Isaac H. Owens, officiated. The burial with military honors followed at the Pleasant Hill Church Cemetery in Byronville, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted son, Mr. Ja'Cory Lester, and his wife, Miss Tia Lester of Perry, Georgia. His loving granddaughters, Miss Jasmine Lester and Miss Ja'Cory Hopper. A host, a beloved cousin, Mr. Rick Henry, and a devoted friend, Miss Routine McWilliams. A host of other cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. United States Navy veteran and the former mayor of the city of Byronville, Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester, age 69, of 202 Unadilla Highway, Byronville, Georgia. Mrs. Ruthie Mumphrey Johnson, age 73, of 3851 Shenfield Drive, Union City, Georgia, died Tuesday, July 21st, at the City of Hope in Noonan, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Ruthie Mumphrey Johnson, age 73, was held Saturday, August 1st, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Johnny Dean, pastor of the New Poplar Springs Baptist Church, officiated. Her pastor, the Reverend Nelson Maynard, pastor of the Crossroad Baptist Church, delivered the eulogy. The burial followed at the Bethel Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted husband, Mr. Paul Johnson, Jr. of Union City, Georgia. Her beloved stepson, Mr. LaRosse Johnson, and Mr. McQueese Johnson, both of Atlanta, Georgia. Her goddaughter, Miss Frenchie Denard of Texas. 3 beloved grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. Her loving sisters, Miss Maddie P. Brown of Cordele, Georgia, and Miss Bernice Harris and her husband, Mr. Vernon Harris of Atlanta, Georgia. Her beloved brothers, Deacon Edward Mumphrey and his wife, Mrs. Ethel Mumphrey, Deacon Lorenzo Mumphrey and his wife, Mrs. Sharon Mumphrey of Atlanta, and Deacon Roger Mumphrey of Cordele, Georgia. Her beloved uncles, Deacon Sammy L. Mumphrey and his wife, Mrs. Fanny Mumphrey of Cordele, Georgia, and Mr. George Stewart of Miami, Florida. Her beloved in-law, Miss Evelyn Graham and Mr. Hardy Johnson, both of Cordele, Georgia, and Mrs. Helen McClendon of Battle Creek, Michigan. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Ruthie Mumphrey Johnson, age 73, of 3851 Shenfield Drive, Union City, Georgia. Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas, age 38, 101 Garden Lane, Americus, Georgia, died Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026, at Piedmont Midtown Hospital in Columbus, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas, age 38, was held on Saturday, August 1st, in the sanctuary of the Central Baptist Church in Americus, Georgia. His pastor, the Reverend George F. Muntz Jr., pastor of the Whole Truth International Ministries, officiated. The burial followed at the Eastview Cemetery in Americus, Georgia. Survivors include his loving daughter, Miss Kyrie L. Thomas of Swainsboro, Georgia, his loving and devoted sister, Miss Lysistra Thomas of Americus, Georgia, his beloved brothers, Mr. Jeffrey Austin of Houston, Texas, Mr. Theodore Banks of and his wife, Miss Blessed Banks of Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Chris Thomas of Leesburg, Georgia, Mr. Kelvin Frederick of Hampton, Georgia, and Mr. Kelvin Stiles of Plains, Georgia. A host of beloved aunts, uncles, many cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas, age 38, 101 Garden Lane, Americus, Georgia. Miss Melissa Blackshear Bivens, age 46, of 2972 Watson Boulevard, Centerville, Georgia, died Thursday, July 16, at Navison Health in Macon, Georgia. The funeral service for Miss Melissa Blackshear Bivens, age 46, was held on Saturday, August 1st, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Dr. Richard Stewart officiated. The burial followed at the Shady Grove Church Cemetery in Rochelle, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted daughters, Miss Adasia Bivens of Kathleen, Georgia, Miss Anaya Bivens of Centerville, Georgia. Her loving and devoted parents, Mr. Jerry Blackshear Jr. and Mrs. Rosa Pearl Brown Blackshear of Abbeville, Georgia. Her beloved sisters, Miss Vanessa Blackshear and Miss Tiffany Blackshear, both of Abbeville, Georgia. Her beloved brother, Mr. Lenoris Brown of Cordele, Georgia, Mr. Jerry Blackshear Jr. of Abbeville, Georgia, and Mr. Dante Blackshear of Rebecca, Georgia. A host of beloved aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, many cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends, to include Mrs. Latasha Walker and Miss Vivian Brown, both of Cordele, Georgia, survived. Miss Melissa Blackshear Bivens, age 46, of 2972 Watson Boulevard, Centerville, Georgia. Again, the family of Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Natalie Denise Hall Youngs of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter of Rochelle, Georgia. The family of retired educator Mrs. Florence Moore Mann of Americus, Georgia. The family of United States Navy veteran and the former mayor of the city of Byronville, Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester of Byronville, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Ruthie Mutfrey Johnson of Union City, Georgia. The family of Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas of Americus, Georgia. The family of Miss Melissa Blackshear Bibbins of Centerville, Georgia, would like to thank their many friends for all of the many kindnesses shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. May God bless each of you is their prayer. The Jwwilliams funeral directors, serving Cordial and Vienna, were in charge of each of these arrangements during the past week.
Best of care and attention at all times. You have the privilege to select what you want. In your time of need, contact the capable, the competent, and the dependable staff of the...
And now, it is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcements. Mr. Jesse James Bateman, age 80, of 65 Masonic Street, Americus, Georgia, died Thursday, July 23, 2026, at his residence in Americus, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted wife, Mrs. Willie Pearl Mabel Bateman of Americus, Georgia, his beloved children, Mr. Arthur Mabel and his wife, Mrs. Elizabeth Mabel of Americus, Georgia, Mr. Eddie Mabel and his wife, Mrs. Tish Mabel of Valdosta, Georgia, Miss Betty Foster and Miss Bernice Mabel, both of Americus, Georgia, 16 beloved grandchildren, 28 great-grandchildren, his beloved and devoted sisters, Mrs. Mildred Bateman Burden of Americus, Georgia, Ms. Rosa May Wooten of Tampa, Florida, Miss Rebecca Johnson and her husband, Sir Charles Johnson of Riverview, Florida, and Miss Barbara Ann Cobb of Tampa, Florida. His beloved brothers, Mr. Benny W. Cobb, Mr. Morrell Cobb and his wife, Mrs. Jackie Cobb, Mr. Willie Thomas Cobb and his wife, Mrs. Deborah Cobb, all of Tampa, Florida. A beloved aunt, Mrs. Daisy Bateman of Americus, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mr. Jesse James Bateman, age 80, of 65 Masonic Drive Street, Americus, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Jesse James Bateman, age 80, will be held today, Sunday, August 2nd, at 3 p.m. in the sanctuary of the Restoration Church of Americus, Georgia. Overseer Caleb Edge, pastor. The Reverend Norris Harris will officiate. The burial will follow at the Eastview Cemetery in Americus, Georgia. Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover, age 50. 57 of 309 West 20th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia, died Friday, July 24th at the Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital in Albany, Georgia. Survivors include her living and devoted husband, Mr. Albert C. Grover of Cordele, Georgia, her loving and devoted son, Mr. Brandon D. Butts of Fairbanks, Alaska, Mr. Grady Lee Butts Jr. of Dallas, Texas, her bonus son, Mr. Tay Grover of Texas, 6 beloved grandchildren, her loving and caring sibling, Mrs. Terry Jones and her husband, Mr. Melvin Jones of Cordele, Georgia, Mrs. Joyce Sanchez and her husband, Mr. Gabriel Sanchez of Hawkinsville, Georgia, and Mr. Keith Cornelius and his wife, Mrs. Mary Cornelius of Macon, Georgia. Her beloved aunts, Mrs. Henrietta Bell of Florida and Mrs. Thelma Cornelius of Macon, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, many cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover, age 57, of 309 West 20th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia. A memorial service for Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover, age 57, will be held on Monday, August 3rd at 11 a.m. in the sanctuary of the Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church in Cordele, Georgia. The pastor, Dr. Jwwilliams, will officiate. Mr. Walter Lee Mays, affectionately known as Slick, age 81, formerly of Lee County, Georgia, died Saturday, July 25th at the Manhattan Rehab and Care Center in Jackson, Mississippi. Survivors include his loving and devoted children, Miss Michelle Mays, Miss Shannon Winder, and Mr. Walter D. Mays, both of Jacksonville, Mississippi. A beloved grandson, Mr. Leonard Mays of Jackson, Mississippi. His loving brothers and sisters, Deacon Frank Mays and his wife, Mrs. Gloria Mays of Leesburg, Georgia. Mrs. Ann Miller and her husband, Mr. George Miller of Palmetto, Georgia. Miss Geneva Mays of Tyrone, Georgia, and Miss Desiree Mays of Smithfield, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. Mr. Walter Lee Mays, affectionately known as Slick, age 81, formerly of Lee County, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Walter Lee Mays, affectionately known as Slick, age 81, will be held on Saturday, August 8th at 11 a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. Dr. Jwwilliams, pastor of the Thankful Baptist Church in Newton, Georgia, will officiate. The burial will follow at the Piney Grove No. 3 Cemetery in Lee County, Georgia. The public visitation will be on Friday, August 7th from 1 until 5 p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mrs. Symmetry Trice Jackson, age 56, formerly of Cordele, Georgia, died Sunday, July 5th at the Tallahassee Memorial Hospital in Tallahassee, Florida. Survivors include a loving and devoted husband, Mr. Eddie Lee Jackson of Tallahassee, Florida. Her loving and devoted children, Miss Sumitra Trice of Cordele, Georgia, Miss Betty Trice of Valdosta, Georgia, Miss Latoya Trice of Warner Robins, Georgia, and Mr. Baron McKenzie Jr. of Cordele, Georgia. 14 beloved grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, a beloved sister, Mrs. Patricia Trice of Jacksonville, Florida. Her beloved brothers, Mr. Lonnie Coleman Jr., Mr. Anthony Williams, and Mr. Bernard Williams, all of Cordele, Georgia. Her beloved aunts and uncles, Mrs. Bernice Pittman and her husband, Mr. Freddie Pittman, and Miss Minnie Mitchell, Mr. James Trice and his wife, Mrs. Lucy Trice, Mr. Ernest Trice, and Mr. Cecil Byram, all of Cordele, Georgia. Mrs. Agnes Stubbs and her husband, Mr. Eddie Stubbs of Stockbridge, Georgia. Mr. Ricky Walker of Macon, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, many cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. Mrs. Sumitra Trice Jackson, age 56, of Tallahassee, Florida, formerly of Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mrs. Sumitra Trice Jackson, age 56, will be held on Sunday, August 9th at 11 a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia, with the minister selected officiating. United States Navy veteran, Mr. Johnny Cloud Daniels, age 78, of 300 West End Avenue, Ashburn, Georgia, died Wednesday, July 29th at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include his beloved companion, Miss Earlene Calloway of Ashburn, Georgia, his loving and devoted children, Miss Michelle Daniels of Cordele, Georgia, Mr. Jaquarian McCain of Alabama, Mrs. Regina Power and her husband, Mr. Bruce Power of Cordele, Georgia, Miss Valencia Ross of Phoenix City, Alabama, Mr. Castodia Hardy of Kathleen, Georgia, Miss Aria Daniels of Warner Robins, Georgia, Miss April Glenn of Cordele, Georgia, Miss Sharika Brown and her husband, Mr. Jeff Brown of Byram, Georgia, Mrs. Vanita Felton of Milledgeville, Georgia, Mr. Corey Martin and Mr. Kenny Calloway, both of Ashburn, Georgia, Miss Patricia Giles and her husband, Mr. Michael Giles of Warner Robins, Georgia, Miss Kiana Daniels of Ashburn, Georgia, 31 beloved grandchildren, 23 great-grandchildren, a beloved brother, Mr. Marion Smith of Cordele, Georgia, his beloved sisters, Mrs. Benny Jean Daniels of Greenville, Michigan, and Miss Gloria Johnson of West Palm Beach, Florida, a host of nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many sorrowing friends survive. Miss United States Army veteran, Mr. Johnny Clyde Daniels, age 78, of 300 West End Avenue, Ashburn, Georgia. The funeral service for United States Army veteran, Mr. Johnny Clyde Daniels, age 78, will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams Funeral Directors, serving Cordele and Vienna, are in charge of each of these arrangements during this week.
Care and attention at all times. You have the privilege to select what you want in your time.
Friends, that conclude our funeral notices for this morning. And as always, we do remind each of you concerning our pre-funeral arrangements planning available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home, with packages available with a single pay, a 3-year pay, a 5-year pay, and a 10-year pay. So please stop by and talk with us concerning your pre-funeral arrangements needs available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. And also whole life insurance is available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home.
And now for announcements. The New St. Paul Baptist Church homecoming service will be observed today, Sunday, August 2nd, with Sunday school beginning at 10 o'clock a.m. Worship service will begin at 11 o'clock a.m. and dinner will be served. Deacon Wilbur Sims, chairman of deacons, Reverend Michael Walker is the pastor. The New Poplar Spring Baptist Church of Byronville invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday at 9:45 a.m. You may join on Wednesday via conference call at 6:30 a.m. for morning prayer and at 7 o'clock p.m. for an hour of worship. The dial-in number is 253-993-3761. Pastor Teacher Johnny Dean is the pastor. The St. Mark Baptist Church homecoming will be observed today, Sunday, August 2nd, and everyone is cordially invited to attend. Deacon Albert King, chairman of deacons, Reverend James Jordan Sr. is the pastor. The Friendship Baptist Church annual homecoming will be observed on Sunday, August 9th at 12 o'clock noon. The afternoon service will begin at 2 o'clock p.m. with the St. Mark Baptist Church of Reverend James Jordan in charge of the services. Revival services will continue on Monday, August 10th through Wednesday, August 12th. On program will be Monday, Camp Creek Baptist Church of Reverend Simmons, along with Brown Chapel Baptist Church, Mount Moriah Baptist Church, and the Unadilla CME Church. Tuesday, Free Providence Baptist Church and Reverend Troyce Cobb Sr., along with the Spring Hill Baptist Church, Ebenezer Baptist Church, and Pleasant Valley Baptist Church. Wednesday, Forest Chapel Baptist Church of Reverend Joseph Green, along with New Hope Baptist Church, the Beautiful Zion Baptist Church, and the Evergreen Baptist Church. Sister Cassandra Askew is the secretary. Mother Nanny Burke is the church mother. The Holly Grove Baptist Church annual homecoming will be on Sunday, August 9th at 11 o'clock a.m. At 2 o'clock p.m., the New Jerusalem Baptist Church of Warner Robins, Georgia, and Reverend Christopher West will be in charge of the service. The revival will begin on Monday, August 10th through Wednesday, August 12th at 7 o'clock p.m. Reverend Jerome Glover will be the revivalist. Everyone is cordially invited to attend. Deacon Robert Woodson Jr. is the chairman of deacons. Reverend W.G. Grover is the pastor. Evangelistic Tabernacle Family Outreach Center Men's Brunch will be on Saturday, August 15th at 11 o'clock a.m. at Denny's Restaurant in Cordele. Dutch Treat, Brother Cortinez Thomas will be the speaker. You may RSVP at 229-947-8988. By August 8th, Bishop Dr. Arthur West is the host pastor. The Pleasant Valley Baptist Church will host Let's Talk About It, back to school informative discussion with Deputy Reed Benson on Saturday, August 8th at 10 o'clock a.m. Everyone is cordially invited to attend. Dr. Beverly Bolden is the pastor. The Vienna Church of Christ invites everyone to worship with them in person or via Zoom each Sunday beginning at 10 o'clock a.m. and morning worship at 11 o'clock a.m. Bible study is held each Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Brother Carl Colbert is the minister. You're cordially invited to worship at the Shady Grove CME Church with Sunday school each Thursday. Sunday school each Sunday, worship service each third Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Brother Anderson Jenkins is the chairman of stewards. Brother John Thomas is the pastor. The Ebenezer Baptist Church will celebrate the first anniversary of its pastor, Reverend Willie James Felton, and First Lady Felton, will climax on Sunday, August 2nd, today at 2 o'clock p.m. with the Greater New Bethel Baptist Church and Reverend Terrell Carter in charge of the service. Sister Ruby Hodge is the church mother. Deacon Jeffrey Hall is the chairman. Reverend Willie James Felton is the pastor. The Jerusalem Baptist Church annual revival will begin on Tuesday, August 4th through Thursday, August 6th at 7 o'clock p.m. On program will be Reverend Christopher Perry, Minister Charlene Aldridge, and Dr. Dwayne Daniels. Dr. Deanne Hosey is the pastor. Piney Grove No. 3 Baptist Church Mission Usher Celebration will be on Sunday, August 9th at 11 o'clock a.m. Everyone is cordially invited to attend. Deacon Willie Owens is the chairman of deacons. Reverend Christopher Perry is the pastor. The Old Corinth Baptist Church Leslie Annual Church and Homecoming Revival will be on Tuesday, August 11th and Wednesday, August 12th at 7 o'clock p.m. Our program will be Tuesday. Pastor Wallace Jordan III of the Lebanon Baptist Church, Plains, Georgia. Wednesday, Pastor George F. Muntz of Whole Truth International Ministry of Americus, Georgia. The celebration will climax on Sunday, August 16th at 10 o'clock a.m. The pastor, Dr. C.L. McKinstry, will deliver the message, Dinner Will Be Served. Sister Janie Roberts is the secretary. Deacon Eldridge Mercer is the chairman of deacons. Dr. C.L. McKinstry is the pastor. The Holly Grove Baptist Church, the Pleasant Valley Baptist Church will host their back to school Let's Talk About It information discussion will be held on Saturday, August 8th at 10 o'clock a.m. Experiencing some technical difficulties here. We will continue with our announcements this morning. You're cordially invited to worship at the Greater Mars Tabernacle Baptist Church today. Worship service begins with Sunday school at 9 o'clock a.m., morning worship at 9:30 a.m., and everyone has a cordial invitation to attend. You're invited to worship at the Mount Calvary Baptist Church today. Worship service begins with Sunday school at 9:45 a.m., and morning worship service will begin at 10:45 a.m. Everyone has a cordial invitation to attend. As we continue this morning with our announcements, we would also like to remind you that the New St. Stephen's Church will have worship service each Sunday morning. We begin at 11 o'clock a.m. and you may join them for prayer each Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Dr. Frankie Harmon is the pastor. The Women's Day Weekend Community Event Question and Answer Forum featuring Cynthia Johnson, Democrat nominee for State House District 148, and Nikki Porcher, Democrat nominee for State Labor Commissioner, will be held on Saturday, August 15th at 1 o'clock p.m. at the Ark of God Ministries here in Cordele. This is paid for by the Committee to Elect Cynthia Johnson, State House District 148, co-sponsored by the Ark of God Ministries Incorporated. A gospel singing will be held on Saturday, August 15th at the Chris County Board of Education building, formerly the Chris County Middle School. The purpose of this program is to celebrate and appreciate the Queen of Gospel Promoters, Mrs. Gradine Ford, who has been a gospel promoter for many, many years. Our program will be Deborah Snipes and the Angels of Butler, Georgia, the Leonard Brothers of Albany, Georgia, Doc McKenzie, and the highlights of Atlanta, South Carolina, and George Dean in the Gospel 4 of Memphis, Tennessee. The doors will open at 2 o'clock p.m. The celebration will start at 3 o'clock p.m. Admission is $20 in advance and $25 at the door. For more information, please contact Mrs. Gradine Ford at 229-889-7695, Mrs. Christine Doster at 229-322-5359, Mrs. Teresa Doster at 229-938-7640, Mr. Richard Leonard at 229-344-6945. Tickets can be purchased at Odyssey Records in Albany, Georgia, or from Christine Doster. The Fort Valley State University Chris County Head Start is now accepting applications for the 2026-2027 school year. Families interested in enrolling your children are encouraged to visit the Head Start Center at 1110 South 12th Street to complete the application and receive information regarding registration. Everyone is invited to remember all of our announcements that we have. Also, we encourage you to get out today and worship and fellowship at the church of your choice. The Mount Olive Baptist Church will have homecoming today, which will begin, and the guests will be the Holly Road Baptist Church and Friendship Baptist Church of Findlay. Mother Willie Mae Walker is the church mother. Deacon Lindbergh Williams Jr. is the chairman of deacons. Bishop Jerome Milton is the pastor. Everyone is invited to attend and be a part of this worship service. The Gethsemane Baptist Church will have revival beginning on Tuesday, August 4th through Thursday, August 6th at 7 o'clock p.m. Pastor Colby McKenzie, pastor of the New Pilgrim Baptist Church, Macon, will be the revivalist, and everyone is invited to attend. Deacon Johnny Wilson is the chairman of deacons. Brother Cecil Strother is the pastor. The Greater Gum Creek Baptist Church will have a one-night revival, which will begin on Friday, August 7th at 7 o'clock p.m. New Provision Baptist Church and Reverend Donnie Ray Hall will be the guests. Everyone is cordially invited to attend the revival services to be held at the Greater Gum Creek Baptist Church. Reverend Joseph Hagerbrook is the pastor. That will conclude our announcements for this morning. Again, we would like to remind you, if you have announcements that you would like for us to share on our program on Sunday morning, that you may get them to us at the funeral home by dropping them off, or you may email them to us at info@jwwilliams.com. Again, you may join us each Sunday morning for our Sunday morning program on WDEC Radio. From 7:30 to 8 o'clock a.m. And you may join us also via Facebook on our morning program beginning at 7 o'clock a.m. The J.W. Williams Funeral Home YouTube channel is also available for you to watch our program each and every Sunday morning live beginning at 7 o'clock a.m. It is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcements. Mr. Jesse James Bateman, age 80, of 65 Masonic Street, Americus, Georgia, died Thursday, July 23rd at his residence. The funeral service for Mr. Jesse James Bateman will be held today, Sunday, August 2nd, at 3 o'clock p.m. in the sanctuary of the Restoration Church of Americus, Georgia. Overseer Caleb Edge, pastor, Brother Norris Harris will officiate. The burial will follow at the Eastview Cemetery in Americus, Georgia. Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover, age 57, of 309 West 20th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia, died Friday, July 24th at the Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital in Albany, Georgia. A memorial service for Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover will be held on Monday, August 3rd at 11 o'clock a.m. in the sanctuary of the Greater Mars Tabernacle Baptist Church in Cordele, Georgia. The pastor, Dr. K.M. Williams, will officiate. Mr. Walter Lee Mays, affectionately known as Slick, age 81, formerly of Lee County, Georgia, died Saturday, July 25th at the Manhattan Rehab and Care Center in Jackson, Mississippi. The funeral service for Mr. Walter Lee Mays, affectionately known as Slick, will be held on Saturday, August 8th in the chapel of the J.W. Williams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. Dr. Wallace Williams, pastor of the Thankful Baptist Church, Newton, Georgia, will officiate. The burial will follow at the Perry Grove No. 3 Church Cemetery in Lee County, Georgia. The public visitation will be on Friday, August 7th from 1 until 5 o'clock p.m. at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. Mrs. Demetria Trice Jackson, age 56, of Cordele, Georgia, formerly of Cordele, Georgia, died Sunday, July 5th at the Tallahassee Memorial Hospital in Tallahassee, Florida. The funeral service for Miss Demetria Trice Jackson will be held on Sunday, August 9th at 11 o'clock a.m. in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia, with a minister selected officiating. United States Army veteran Mr. Johnny Clyde Daniels, age 78, of 300 West End Avenue, Ashburn, Georgia, died Wednesday, July 29th at Christ Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for United States Army veteran Mr. Johnny Clyde Daniels will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams funeral directors of Cordele and Vienna are in charge of these arrangements during this week. Our final selection this morning is dedicated to the bereaved families whose loved ones were laid to rest during the past week. The family of Mrs. Ida Mae Cross Hicks of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Natalie Denise Hall Youngs of Vienna, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Eva Lewis Carter of Rochelle, Georgia. The family of retired educator Mrs. Florence Moore Mann of Americus, Georgia. The family of United States Navy veteran and former mayor of Byronville, Georgia, Mr. Kenneth Ray Lester of Byronville, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Ruthie Mumphrey Johnson of Union City, Georgia. The family of Mr. Kendrick Lincoln Thomas of Americus, Georgia. The family of Ms. Melissa Marie Blackshear Bivens of Centerville, Georgia. This selection is dedicated to the bereaved families whose loved ones will be laid to rest during this week. The family of Mr. Jesse James Bateman of Americus, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Monica Shanita Cornelius Grover of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mr. Walter Lee Mays of Jackson, Mississippi and Lee County, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Demetria Trice Jackson of Tallahassee, Florida. The family of United States Army veteran Mr. Johnny Clyde Daniels of Ashburn, Georgia. This selection is dedicated to the bereaved, to all of the sick and shut-ins, to all of our patients in the local and surrounding hospitals, nursing homes, and rehabilitation centers. This selection is dedicated to our ministers, their spouses, and to everyone who listens to our program each and every Sunday morning, to the men and women serving in the armed forces, both stateside and abroad, to all veterans, and to each of you who tune into our program each and every Sunday morning. It is a pleasure for us to bring this program to you. Our program this morning in its entirety is dedicated in love and memory of our past president, Dr. Napoleon Williams. We also dedicate this morning in love and memory of Mr. Larry Ford, who would have celebrated his birthday on July 25th, dedication requested by the entire family. In love and memory of Ms. Mary Apley, who would have celebrated her birthday on July 27th, dedication requested by her son, Mr. Frederick Lewis, and the Appling family. We'd also like to take this opportunity to wish a very special happy 45th anniversary to Mr. Charles and Mrs. Geraldine Putman, who celebrated their anniversary on Tuesday, July 28th. Dedication was requested by their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. We also take this opportunity to say happy birthday to Mrs. Laretha Coley, who we affectionately know as Sugar Doll, who celebrated her birthday on Saturday, August 1st. Dedication requested by her children, Tiffany, Keith, Courtney, her grandchildren, and the entire family. Happy birthday to my cousin, Miss Jeanette Smith, who celebrated her birthday on Saturday, August 1st. Dedication request for our children, grandchildren, and the entire family. Happy birthday to our very own Deacon Kenneth Smith Jr., who is celebrating his birthday today and who is running our cameras for our Facebook and YouTube people today, August 2nd. Dedication request by his children, Kylie and Kendon, and his mother and stepfather, his sisters, and the entire family, as well as the Greater Mars Tabernacle Baptist Church family, and all of us at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. We pause and say happy birthday to Deacon Kenneth Smith, who is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday also to Deaconess Mary E. Lane, who is celebrating her birthday today, Sunday, August 2nd. Dedication requested by her children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, the Wilson family, and all the members of the Gethsemane Missionary Baptist Church, where she serves so faithfully. Happy birthday to Deaconess Mary E. Lane. And to each of you who have tuned in this morning, we hope you do understand why we are not able to get around to many of our dedications. But please know that our program in its entirety is dedicated to each of you who tune in each and every Sunday morning to watch our program. It is a pleasure for us to bring it to you. We pray that you have a wonderful day today. Our final selection this morning. We hope you've enjoyed our program. Tune in again on next Sunday morning.